What is up, guys? We got another Rate My Team by Jesse Thomas. So let's get this review going for this character's team. If I could be honest, the team is it's not the best because obviously I have an issue with Cassie just being a 4-cost assist. This has always been like an issue with like N-Way games. It's always like their assist builds. Like, I'm just never a fan on how they do things with their assists. But luckily they've been starting to do more of the 3s, so that's always like a good thing. And, I'm like more for that at the end of the day. But, when it comes to like playing Blake and using a proper assist development, one thing I did catch off this, and actually I didn't think it would actually work, was that Solar Ranger actually could combo into some characters' moves, I guess depending on speed. And this is why I did actually want to try to invest in Solar Ranger Assist, because it did cost 3, and it definitely sets me up for a couple more of the combos. It usually depends on the character, so obviously if you gave Solar Ranger a 3, giving it to a certain character in their moveset, there's always a lot you can do with said character. So I always was skeptical about it, but this kind of opened my eyes more towards that assist being more ranked up. The only problem that's always been with the Cassie assist is obviously I can understand where he's coming from with like the pop-up and the Thunderbolt, and it's very I can see it, but honestly it's not really necessary for Blake, since a bunch of Blake moves are 3s and 4s, and that can always be a downfall since Blake's moves are a little bit higher than the average bear. But it always usually depends on how you set up certain things. I really should have clipped them there, but I'm like, for some reason, trying to turtle because I don't have any moves to really like cup him with. So I'm a little late on that, but obviously when people try to turtle out Blake, it usually turns out to using their strikes more and all that in a bag of chips. And obviously this isn't a strong assist build team because there's no talents, so I'm going off by basic like knowledge of the team in general. Because my only real issue, I guess, with this team is just Cassie in general, because it doesn't really help Blake in the sense of pulling off certain moves. The damage output's not really there for her for being a strike assist. It's just, like, it's really not necessary, like, in general for, like, the 2 assists for Blake. Blake is usually an interesting character to play. It depends on his moveset, or depends on what he has at the end of the day. It just comes down to the character and his speed and his moves. But Solar Ranger is definitely good for Blake because, again, it's a 3-cost shield. Blake saves energy, and since some of Blake's moves are actually pretty quick, now that we've seen it, we don't really have to focus too much on Cassie in general. Solar Ranger is always nice to use in these types of situations because she is a shield assist and she only costs 3, and costing 3 is always like a positive sign of being a good assist. Usually 3 is always the minimum to be a good assist for certain characters, and it definitely doesn't disappoint with that shield assist, because like I said, Jesse did kind of optimize that assist more, being like, okay, I'm glad it did turn out the way I wanted it to. It had the oomph. I know I backdashed because I was trying to bait it, and then lo and behold, Cassie can do some bait moves. It depends on your distance, but yeah, it just really depends where you're at the end of the day. Because really at the end, Blake is always going to be a good leader, period, as long as you get the right assist build for him and it's like functioning at top priority. So in general, I definitely just give this build I'll be generous with it, kind of like a C. C, because Cassie is definitely bringing it down to that level, since she is a 4-cost assist that doesn't really help most of Blake's moves besides the Thunder Slash. So that's always been like one of those like weird things for me in general with the character. So believe it or not, this is actually a fair match because it's legit meta versus Blake. So I thought this would be nice to show. You get a little bit more oomph on that. This is more like on the level of same talent, same results. So we're looking out for certain things. Obviously, Tommy doing breaker things. Cassie, obviously, right there. I mean, I guess that's like the one thing good about Cassie. I mean, it's a certain bait block, I guess, that people aren't seeing. But obviously, you take the first hit from Cassie and block, it's really a trash assist. It really just depends. So we're getting Shuriken to death. Yeah, that's usually the go-to thing when playing against Tommy. Nope. And then Thunder and pop-ups and Combos. See, Blake was always nice on his combos because it was 3-4-3s, so he's able to kind of do some good mix-up game with that. And you can't really get out of that here on. So thanks for watching, guys. This is a Rate My Team boy, Mr. Revolution 99. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. Thanks, boys. Be good, stay safe, and I'll see you all another time.